Good evening. So great to have you here on this MLK Day. I'm Laura Painter.
And I'm Chris Thomas. We do thank you for joining us on the ABC10 app. Well, police are now investigating a deadly shooting at the Stockton flea market that happened on Sunday. And tonight we have new video from the moment the shooting started. In this video shared with us by a neighboring business, you can hear the gunshots, someone starts screaming, and then there you see people start running. It was a chaotic scene with people still in the flea market just trying to do some shopping when the gunfire erupted. ABC10's Gabriel Porter spoke to the owner of the jewelry store where it all happened.
We can go inside.
Inside the Stockton flea market, right next to more than 20 bullet holes.
And then we have more bullets right here.
Now scarred into his family's longtime jewelry store, Salvador Cervantes has one message.
We all need to protect each other as a community.
That's exactly what he says his son was trying to do around noon Sunday, when gunfire rang out inside this crowded flea market.
They were trying to rob us. They said it was a total of 8 people that came in. One of them jumped over the counter. He threw the bag to my niece and my nephew who were inside the booth here and demanded them to put everything inside, otherwise he was going to kill them.
Salvador says the robbers opened fire first, followed by his son.
Yeah, my son, yes, he was the one who saves our lives.
In the end, police say 2 lives were lost and a woman suffered a non-life-threatening injury. Investigators have not confirmed that the shooting was self-defense or that it involved a robbery, but they haven't ruled it out and say no arrests have been made. In a statement, Stockton's vice mayor said preliminary information indicates that the business owners acted in self-defense. Salvador believes the 2 people who died were the attempted robbers.
He's my angel at the moment, because I'm here because of him again.
Shockingly, this isn't the first time that the Cervantes family's had to deal with this type of situation. Behind the counter here is a photo of Salvador's late father, killed in another robbery here back in 2012.
For whatever reason, we just keep on getting targeted.
According to Crime Stoppers, even after 13 years, police have still not found the people who killed Salvador's father. Police say that in 2022, 3 men tried to rob Salvador at his home. His son opened fire. A gun battle left the suspects hospitalized.
I really would like to let them know to stop doing that because they hurting a lot of families and they taking away a lot of their freedom. It would be great if they decide to start doing something good in life.
As for his life, Salvador says,
I'm feeling really grateful that I'm still here. We just leave it up to God and that's it.
Cervantes says nothing was taken yesterday. Police have not confirmed much about the investigation, but they did say yesterday they believe it was an isolated incident and there is no threat to the community. Stay with us for updates.
The Sacramento community is stepping up to help the owners and employees of a restaurant impacted by a suspicious fire. Brickland closed after a break-in Christmas Day that left fire and smoke damage inside. The restaurant on the corner of Folsom Boulevard and 33rd Street in East Sacramento is family-owned and staffed by 25 employees. While it's unclear when the restaurant might reopen, neighbors are now offering help.
They said, we don't want anything ourselves. We don't want we want it, but if you could help our employees that are all unemployed and they're still trying to feed families and pay rent and everything else.
If you want to help, head to our website, ABC10.com, for more information. The fire is still under investigation, and so far, no one has been arrested. Now to the latest on the arrest of actor Timothy Busfield on child abuse charges. Busfield faces accusations, including from his time in Sacramento.
Yeah, his wife is actor Melissa Gilbert. She sent an emotional letter to the judge defending her husband. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the story.
This morning, former Little House on the Prairie star Melissa Gilbert's emotional plea for help for her husband, actor Timothy Busfield. Busfield is facing 2 counts of criminal sexual contact with a minor and 1 count of child abuse from child actors he directed on the set of the TV series The Cleaning Lady. He has denied the accusations and is currently in custody in New Mexico, being held without bail. Gilbert wrote a letter to the judge pleading with the judge to, quote, please take care of my sweet husband, as he is my protector. I am his, but I cannot protect him now, and I think that, more than anything else, is what is truly breaking my heart. I am relying on you to protect him for me. His wife's letter, among 70 letters of support for the actor-director, including letters from his stepson, Michael Boxleitner, and his former 30-something co-stars, Ken Olin and Peter Horton. Gilbert went on to say, quote, Tim has the strongest moral compass of any human I have ever known. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
In new court documents, his attorney says an independent investigation undermined the state's allegations of child sex abuse. A hearing is set for tomorrow to determine if he will stay in jail as court proceedings continue.
Well, let's turn now to lots of construction at the Sacramento International Airport with big projects underway. Some say they've been waiting a long time to see this happen. The airport attracts millions of people each year, and because of continued growth, the airport says they need to make it easier to navigate with more comfort and a focus on the future. Today, they announced several major projects will soon reach milestones this year. We talked to people today who say they're looking forward to the new parking garage.
The parking, it's, don't have to do the off-site parking anymore so much, which is more affordable, and hopefully with the added parking here, they'll make it more affordable as well.
Coming up on ABC 10 News at 6, we'll have a closer look at other major improvements.
Today, millions of people across the country are honoring the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., including in Sacramento.
Yeah, from young to old, hundreds came out this morning. And tonight we're highlighting Grant High School. Crowds gathered ahead of the 44th annual March for the Dream through Sacramento. The school's award-winning drum line took part in the city's largest march, as you see there. ABC 10's Marcus Allen was there and spoke to people attending. Take a listen.
It shows us that we can come as one, be as one, and March is one.
Never get up, never give up on unity, never give up on the hope, and never give up on the San Francisco 49ers.
Bang, bang, Niner gang.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's catch up with some people back here. All right, miss, let's see your sign. Stand with black women, and as a black woman, what does it mean to be out here today?
Oh, I'm proud to show all this support from everyone makes me proud. Yeah, and for us to continue to have a dream.
Participants were asked to put Dr. King's ideals and values into practice by inviting someone from another race, religion, or cultural background to walk with them. The goal is to build better understanding between people from different backgrounds.
The message is really important. His life was important, it still is important, and so it's our honor to carry on his dream.
This is community coming together in a bigger cause, not just for one thing, not just for one organization, but everywhere pushing a bigger purpose.
The march started at Sacramento City College and took participants on a nearly 2-mile walk to the Safe Convention Center. The first mile of the march was an optional first leg that organizers say is for those in leadership positions and symbolizes the extra mile leaders will go for people depending on them.
Well, coming up, neighbors coming together after a student was kidnapped and assaulted.
More fog in the short-term forecast when we're tracking the chance of some rain and snow returning.
Welcome back. A young girl is now recovering after being attacked while walking to school and sexually assaulted in San Jose. Police say they have made an arrest in the case.
But as ABC10 contributor Dustin Dorsey explains, the community is seeking more than individual accountability to make sure this never happens again.
It's a nightmare scenario that all parents fear. Police say a 15-year-old was walking to school in downtown San Jose when a registered sex offender pulled her into his vehicle and sexually assaulted her. Thankfully, she was let free, but the news struck fear in the community.
That's just heartbreaking. She shouldn't have to. She's going to be scared to walk to school for the rest of her life, and she should never have to feel that.
Police have made an arrest in this case, thanks in part to license plate reader technology. The suspect faces sexual battery charges, but the police aren't releasing his identity until a later time. Mayor Matt Mahan touts the department for the fast arrest, but feels for the unacceptable situation this girl was in.
As a father, as a parent, I can't imagine the fear, and as I always say, it is important that the rest of the criminal justice system follows through.
At a monthly meeting of the Community Advisory Committee Wednesday night, neighbors say that a member of the San Jose Police Department told them that the suspect of the sexual assault lives right here in the tiny homes along Branham Lane.
Lisa Doyle lives near the interim housing site. She says the neighborhood has seen many issues from this location, including drug use, public intoxication, and other dangerous acts. If the suspect in the sexual battery is in fact guilty, she says it highlights the need for change.
It's a no barrier, low barrier, whatever facility to give all these homeless people housing, which fine, whatever. But what about the people who have to deal with the problems of this?
Mayor Mahan has said data shows crime improves in neighborhoods where tiny homes are located. We asked him about the worry from neighbors.
They say that this highlights some of the concerns that these people aren't being good neighbors.
I don't know that that's been verified, but I will tell you, wherever you live, a single-family home, an apartment building, a tent encampment, or an interim site, if you break our laws, there need to be consequences, there need to be interventions and accountability.
To ensure the safety of the community and make sure this never happens again.
In downtown Oakland, a fire forced people in an apartment building to evacuate today. Here are the details. It took at least 50 firefighters to get the fire under control this morning. 3 people were treated for smoke inhalation and taken to the hospital. There were also reports of a few rescue operations. Neighbors say it was a tragedy to wake up to.
It's tough to wake up like this, and, an arduous morning getting up, getting down here and seeing this and not knowing what to expect. The heart that I have and the person that I am, retail is not the detail. You know what I mean? It's the least of my worries, man. My main thing is, are the people okay?
Crews went unit by unit to determine the stability of the structure and how many people have been displaced. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
And next at 5:30, look at that. Tonight could be the night to get to see the Northern Lights, but will the fog allow it?
Plus, the death of a fashion icon. A look at Valentino's legacy on the fashion industry.
Our free ABC10 Plus TV streaming app has so much to offer. Get your news live and on demand 24/7 so you can watch the news when you want. There's breaking news, extended forecast, and so much more. We have everything you need to get through your day and ready for the weekend. We've got you covered on money-saving tips, travel, entertainment, and sports. Download the free ABC10 Plus app on your smart TV and popular streaming devices like Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and more. ABC10. We stand for you 24/7.
Get those cameras ready. A solar storm is hitting Earth tonight. An X-19 solar flare that left the sun on January 18th is expected to reach Earth late tonight and early tomorrow. That's why there's a G4 severe geomagnetic storm watch in place. According to NOAA, some of the impacts could include disruption to GPS and satellites, but we could also see those northern lights. This would be visible potentially through Northern California and all the way south into Alabama. So now the big question is, how is the weather going to fare? Looks like we'll have some high-level clouds moving through Northern California, and of course with the best opportunity of seeing those northern lights just north of I-80. Looks like we'll just see a few of those clouds. As you can see from last time, even with the clouds, we were able to see those gorgeous colors.
You know, I'm always working when this stuff happens. You know what I mean? I miss it, I feel like, every time. Do you think we'll actually see it this time?
Here's hoping. I mean, anyone who does see it, send it our way, because we are just in this little shell here. So.
I would say if you didn't see the sun today, you're likely not going to see the northern lights. That's going to be really the barometer that we should use. As far as what we're seeing in terms of the fog, that is what's going to be the limiting factor here in the valley. So the Aurora forecast does include a lot of the fogginess for the Sacramento region, with temperatures just kind of hovering right in the 40s. Now you get above that fog line and there's a much better potential, especially north of I-80. So say Grass Valley, Quincy, Bucks Lake, Susanville, always tends to see some really bright colors out there. But the valley, we're really struggling with this fog. Dense fog advisory, by the way, still in effect here. As we head into overnight tonight, still looking at the fog. So again, places like Placerville, Jackson, Auburn, much better potential. Certainly around the Tahoe Basin, we're going to have an opportunity to see those northern lights. But then we're right back at the fog for tomorrow morning's commute. Just be aware of that. Heading back to work, heading back to school, plan for extra time, increase your distance between you and the person in front of you, and use those low beams. That's about as much as we can do here to deal with this pea soup that's blanketing the valley right now. Dense fog advisory in effect until noon tomorrow. Limited visibility and difficult travel will continue. And that's first and foremost what we're tracking. Next up is our big dry stretch, a check of the water year as we've continued to see these dry conditions. And of course, that Aurora alert we'll continue to watch for tonight. This is not a camera that is down. This is what it looks like from our tower cam looking out towards downtown Sacramento. You can't see a thing. 45 degrees right now with limited visibility for Sacramento. Stockton, better clearing today. We're at 49, Modesto 46, Marysville, we've got fog at 47 and clear conditions 36 for Tahoe. So again, send us your pictures for those of us that won't be able to see those northern lights if you happen to catch some of those great colors. Highs for today didn't even get out of the 40s for Sacramento, Marysville and Oroville. We were stuck in the 40s for today, managed to get to 50 for Stockton and Modesto, 60s in the foothills and in the 40s up top for the Sierra. Temperature trend. So despite the fact we saw a lot of the fog over the weekend, we at least got into the upper 50s to near 60. That was not the case for today. And we had poor air quality building once again, unhealthy to unhealthy for sensitive groups for the Sacramento region, northern San Joaquin Valley, even stretching into parts of the foothills. The only good news here is that we're starting to see some of those restrictions with our burn status pull back a little bit. We pick up some cloud cover for tomorrow coming in from a system just off to the west of us here. Not much in the way of bringing us for anything for the rain bucket, but at least these numbers still look pretty good here. We're still looking at above average precipitation. So we really could afford a little bit of this dry stretch right now, even though January is one of the wettest months of the year. We'll look at a change in our weather pattern coming next week, potentially next Thursday or so, when a chance of rain develops in the forecast. But for now, it is a dry stretch. Highs near 50 tomorrow for the Sierra. Highs will be in the 60s for the foothills. Along the coast, we've got highs in the 50s and 60s, and we'll see that represented as well throughout the valley. So once we get that cloud cover coming in, it actually starts to disrupt this pattern ever so slightly and gets us a chance of getting deeper into the 50s for tomorrow, kind of like what we saw over the weekend. But for now, that dry stretch continues.
And that's not necessarily a great thing, Monica, because this is one of the wettest times of the year, supposed to be for us.
Right. February also one of the wettest months of the year. So there's still plenty of time to put some more on the slopes up there and in the rain bucket.
Oh, that is good to know.
Yes.
Monica, thank you. Let's turn to this now. Today, the fashion world is mourning the death of a fashion icon, Valentino. The Italian designer was 93 years old. The announcement was made on his social media page today. The Post also shared he will lie in state in Rome Wednesday, with a funeral on Friday. Valentino launched his now world-famous fashion house in the early 1960s. He saw early success, collecting various accolades. He went on to design for some of the world's most famous people, most glamorous people, including Elizabeth Taylor and Princess Diana. He was known for his Valentino red designs. You see them here. Rihanna wore one of his dresses to the Met Gala. There it is. Julia Roberts wore actually, don't know why that's there, but Julia Roberts wore a Valentino dress during her Oscar win. Valentino even designed a wedding dress for former First Lady Jackie Kennedy for her wedding in 1968. He once remarked, quote, "I know what women want. They want to be beautiful." Beautiful images there. We love them. Rest in peace, Valentino. His legacy will live on. He has worked with so many glamorous icons as well, making them even more beautiful. So we appreciate it.
93 years old. Amazing. You know who had a birthday today? Working 9 to 5.
Dolly?
Dolly Parton.
Oh, another icon.
Yeah, she turned 80 years old today.
Nice.
I
Also
tell
a
you
legend.
what, so many icons. Okay, still ahead, elephant seals making a comeback after concerns of extinction. We'll show you next.
Right now, wildlife watchers are getting a front row seat to nature's drama as elephant seal breeding season hits its peak.
It's all happening in the Bay Area. Thousands of the giant seals, look at that, have come to the San Mateo County coast to mate and give birth. It is really a remarkable comeback story. In the 19th century, the species was hunted nearly to extinction. Well, today, thanks to decades of legal protection, the population has rebounded to more than 250,000 nationwide, we're told. Look at that, just kind of out, having a nice relaxing evening, you know, and with all the fog, there's not much to see, I don't suppose. So.
Yes, just keep it hidden under the fog. You know, a similar thing happens in San Diego, and you're very advised to stay away. These seals are huge. They can be aggressive, especially if they're protecting their pups. So everyone just watch from a distance.
Yeah, be safe out there, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Of course, you can watch us anytime, any day, right here on the free ABC10 streaming app.